Welcome to the Connecting the Dots podcast. My name is Isabelle Benarous, and today we are going to talk about the root cause of allergies. You can also learn more information about the topic on bioreprogramming.com or biologicaldecoding.com. Thank you for joining us. Today we are talking about allergies, but not just the biology you might hear in a doctor's office. We are exploring a more emotional mind-body perspective on why some people react so strongly to things that on their own are perfectly harmless. Medically, an allergy is when the immune system launches an exaggerated defense against something like pollen, pet hair, or a type of food. But there's also a psychological lens that suggests some allergic reactions are linked to emotional charged memories, especially memories involving separation. So throughout our lives, everything we see, smell, taste, hear, and touch is recorded by our subconscious mind. These sensory details become anchors. And later, long after a stressful or emotional event is over, one of those anchors can trigger the body to recreating the same emotional state. Let's take an example. Imagine a man who has a severe allergic reaction every time he eats peanut butter. From the outside, it looks like the peanut butter is the problem. But for him, peanut butter is tied to a moment of stress a long time ago. Because when he was 5, he was eating peanut butter when his mother received a phone call. The news was that his grandmother had suddenly passed away. In that moment of shock, his brain recorded everything in the environment, including the smell and taste of peanut butter. And now, decades ago, peanut butter is still linked to a memory of separation, the sudden loss of his grandmother. The immune system responds as if it's protecting him from danger, even though the substance itself isn't harmful. But why and how is the subconscious making that choice? Well, it is interesting because the subconscious will look for the element that is out of the ordinary during the moment of stress. And that element will become the culprit because this element that is usually not present, the fact that it's present during the stress, is an indication that it might be what represents the danger and what is associated to triggering that stress. So this idea appears in many forms: allergies to cat hair, to milk, to gluten, even to flowers. From this perspective, the allergen is not dangerous on its own. It's simply connected to a moment the mind associates with a strong separation. A separation that creates a high level of stress. Here is another example. A little boy spends 3 years wishing for a cat, and he finally gets one. He plays with the kitten every day, sleeps with it, and has no allergy whatsoever. Then summer arrives, and he goes to stay with his grandmother, who can't care for both the boy and the cat. So the two are separated, and the boy spends the summer missing his cat intensely. When summer ends and he finally sees the cat again, something surprising happens. He starts sneezing and develops sinus issues. The boy also has eczema on the arms, and the arms symbolically represent the place where he was touching his cat and holding it. Allergy tests point to cat hair as the culprit. The recommendation: remove the cat, separating them once again. And as soon as the cat is taken away, his symptoms stop. Later, when the cat returns, the symptoms immediately come back. This is because during the active phase of the emotional conflict, which is a fear of separation, the skin, the epidermis, will actually ulcerate, micro ulcerations that are invisible and create no symptom. It is a subconscious response that is expressing wanting to have more contact. But as soon as the cat and the boy are reunited in this experience, there will be what is called the healing phase of the conflict, and those micro ulcerations on the skin will need to be replenished. That will be through inflammation and also itchiness. And we understand that eczema represents the resolution phase of a separation conflict. So this is really fascinating. So in this mind-body framework, it is not because the cat is dangerous, it's because the boy's body is reacting to the emotional memory of losing his pet, being separated from its pet. And we have to look, if we want to help someone in this situation, we have to look at the original separation. Every time the brain senses the anchor, in this case the scent, presence, or touch of the cat, it recreates the biological response tied to the healing phase of that old experience. So these reactions typically involve tissues like the skin and sinuses. If the original separation was also frightening, the respiratory system may be involved as well, affecting the trachea and bronchi. So it's important to say that allergies can be serious and no one should stop medical care or treatment. But for some people, exploring the emotional story behind an allergy, especially memories involving separation, can offer insight into patterns that otherwise feel mysterious. Sometimes, revisiting the moment of the first separation and giving support to that younger version of ourselves helps the mind release the emotional trigger. And when that happens, the body may no longer feel compelled to respond as though the threat is still there. Thank you for joining us today for our Connecting the Dots podcast. My name is Isabelle Benarous, and I look forward to being with you for our next episode.